Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, we're back inside. I should call this channel Indoors with Bo, because it's what we've been doing. Haven't been able to get out much. The weather's been tough. We had a kind of a small blizzard come through this morning, but anyways, I'm rambling on. Today we're gonna be cooking moose tongue, and I've never done this before. I have never made any sort of venison tongue or beef tongue or cow tongue, or I guess that's the same thing, but so we're gonna try that out. And you know, I'm really excited about it because I went over to a friend's house and tried tongue for the first time last year. Leah and I did, and it was phenomenal. So I'm excited to give it a try. We're gonna be using a meat eater chimichurri recipe that I just found on their website. It's for venison, but we're gonna go through and try that recipe today and see how it works. So this is gonna be about a 4-hour process. You gotta boil the tongue for about 4 hours to get kind of the actual tongue portion, or the like taste buds or the top coat off. So Leah and I made a stock with some water and some bouillon that she had, and put it in her big stock pot here. So stay tuned. We're gonna see kind of how this process works out. This is the first time ever cooking tongue, like I said. First thing I'm gonna do, it's getting close to a simmer, so I'm just gonna drop the tongue right in there, and we'll see you in 4 hours. All right, so right now we're going through and making our dry spice rub for the tongue when we actually have to sear it on in a pan. So it's going to be a little bit of paprika, we'll have cumin, garlic, salt, black pepper, and brown sugar. You can just look up the recipe for tongue on Meat Eater website there. So, and then we're going to make the chimichurri with parsley,
cilantro,
and cilantro.
and then shallot
We have shallot,
and
jalapeno. Gonna need a little bit of oil too, I think. So yeah, that's just the process we're going through right now. So for the dry rub, we doubled the recipe. Having these greens is actually a pretty big treat. When we were in Fairbanks for spring break, we were able to pick up some of these items necessary for the chimichurri. So we're gonna go ahead and get that chopped up pretty soon. So we got everything nice and finely chopped. We added 6 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and now we're adding a cup of extra virgin olive oil. We're just gonna mix that in to create our chimichurri sauce, or dressing, whatever you want to say. It's almost like it's gonna be like almost like a vinaigrette, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Making an emulsion.
Okay, cool. And I'll give you kind of an update on our tongue in here. We got it on a low simmer. You can already see it's changing color. We got probably another 3 hours before we have to give it its ice bath. So
The direction said to like.
yeah, just mix it in slowly. I don't know if it needs to be super slow, but gotta saturate it.
We're trying to combine like two things that don't want to go together, so that's why you gotta be
Go slow. Yeah, it's still, you can just like, if you can't tell, Leah and I are very excited about having some greens up here. It's very rare.
The sprouts aren't ready yet.
Oh, yeah. Hard to have a garden when it's winter for 6 months, it seems like. All right, we're back with a little bit of an update here. So, we're about 4 hours into the boil. And what I'm gonna do is take the tongue and we need to put it into an ice bath so we can get the outer layer off. You can see it feels like it's nice and tender. You can see the difference of it right here. So I'm just gonna take that, set it into our ice bath for about a minute, kind of shock it. Maybe I'll flip it here. You can see the outer layer was kind of on its way coming off. Bring it over here.
Oh, it like died.
Just the screen turned off. Sorry, we got a rookie behind the camera. Get a fillet knife. Do one more flip here. How does it smell with your initial?
Smells like moose soup.
So I'm gonna take this. It's cooled off a bit. Over here. And I'm gonna work to get this portion off. I think you can just cut right through it, hopefully. So Leah's found the technique. Just kind of flay it away.
That was you.
Be careful, it's sharp. Alright, so we got the tongue pretty much cleaned up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut steaks, very thin steaks, so we can put them in the frying pan with the seasoning on. So I think I'm just going to start by cutting it in half right now. Oh, it's tender. Holy cow. And actually, I'm going to give it a taste test from just boiled. See what that tastes like. Wow. It's so good. We don't even need this recipe.
Do you have anything to compare it to, or is it just like good texture?
The texture is a little more dense. These are both good sized steaks. I think you want a little thinner.
Maybe a hair thinner.
Okay, I'll eat the thicker ones. It's so unique. I can't explain what it's like. It's very flavorful. If you want to zoom in on that. Make sure you don't want to try this piece right here. It's probably the best piece, right in the tip of the tongue.
Give me like a little chunk of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna save this portion here, but we're gonna season. I'm gonna flip it. Awesome. Yeah, the portion you had was definitely a little chewier. I'm gonna go through and do the same thing.
I think it was just a texture that you're not used to eating a lot.
Yeah.
But the flavor is good. Like,
Very good.
So
Yeah.
The flavor is good.
Alright, so now that we got the portions of the tongue seasoned, we're gonna go through and sear each side. It's already cooked, just wanna make it brown on each side. I can already tell that this pan is hot. So we'll let it brown a little bit on this side, maybe wait a minute or two, and then we're gonna flip it. Crust on each side, oh yeah, that looks awesome. I'm really excited to try this.
Am I good?
So here we go. We got our final result here. We got a nice golden crisp on it. We're gonna take our dressing here. The chimichurri, as Leah said, and we're gonna put it probably a little less. See what we're dealing with here. Just kind of sprinkle it on and see what we're dealing with.
Top notch.
That's so good. You're gonna be happy with that. By browning it like this, it's a game changer. So I'm gonna go in for one more. I really appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, something a little bit different today. It's indoors with Bo, not outdoors anymore, I guess, because of the weather. But if you like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe. I love doing this. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.